What's going on, Blerds? Everybody in between. I got a actually I changed it to the syndicate because I thought it was going to be cooler, but I think I just may go back to the sensei of the syndicate. But anyways, today we got some fun stuff that we're talking about. We are talking about your favorite 1990s movies. So I'm not by myself. My squad is always here with me. So today we got Dub here. What's going on, bro?
What's popping? What's popping?
Man, can't complain, can't call it. Just I had to actually take some time to think about this list and review what came out in the 90s and what came out either before then or after then. So it's been a crazy situation, but I think I got a list of like my top 10 90s movies.
I second that, man. I actually had to sit back and think, and then I had to sit back and think about that. Is this my top 10 because I watched a lot as a kid, or was it my top 10 because I still mention it as a book? So
you bring up a good point. So with your list, is it more based off of sentimental reasons, or like were you looking at it for like, oh, okay, like these are actually like good movies now, they hold up?
I'm not even gonna lie, I don't even know if a lot of these movies hold up, but I just remember watching a lot of these as a kid and having like sentimental moments with them. Some of them I had to boot out, and I was like, all right, because once I got my original top 10, I was like, I started seeing this. I was like, oh man, this, and I was like, that's when I came on like, do I like these because they're good or does this whole childhood nostalgic value? So I bumped those down to my honorable mentions. So I got a little honorable mentions list down here too.
Yeah. Well, sir, right hand man of the Blerds Syndicate, founder of the 2020 Podcast LLC. Please say the LLC. How you doing today,
brother? I'm doing great. I'm here. I have been stressed out trying to create this list, man. Every time I get to thinking, I'll be like, oh, somebody got to go. But I'm here, and I'm ready to let people know they're wrong in their choices. So,
you on the shit already?
Yeah,
so we also got KB. I'm gonna call her the left hand of the syndicate. And so how you doing today?
I am good. Sir actually took the words right out of my mouth. I'm ready to fight. I want to go last.
Oh no, we going round robin. So y'all gonna give. So see, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have somebody say, okay, this is one of the movies on my list, and then we're gonna see if it's on somebody else's list. So then we can be able to go through it that way, round robin style. So that way we can get the shit started, because you two at the bottom, y'all are definitely with the BS. But I love y'all for it though. I love y'all for it.
You already know.
So we can go ahead and start it, because I do have honorable mentions too, Dove. So like it's a lot of them, but you know what I mean. I got it down to about 10 though. So I'm gonna have you start off first.
Oh, I'm not gonna start with my top 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna start from my bottom tiers. You know what I'm saying? Because we can debate later. I want to say that for people that stick around.
Mm-hmm.
Now y'all know I'm a horror movie guy. If y'all have never known that, I absolutely adore horror, and so I have a couple on my list that just stood out to me. And I'm going to go with my first choice. And my number 10 for my top 10 classics of the 1990s will go to Sir Anthony Hopkins in Silence of the Lambs. My guy. That movie had me on edge. Right? Just from his cadence, from talking to someone within, you didn't even feel safe. The way he was talking to Clarice, even though there was 3 inches of glass between them, made me uneasy. And then let's not even get on the actual killer they were trying to hunt down. It puts the lotion on the skin unless it gets the holes again. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, Silence of the Lamb was a great murder mystery / thriller / horror. So it deserved number 10.
Okay. KB. Well, first of all, anybody got any thoughts about that? Me personally, I wasn't a fan of horror movies. I've had to later on in life pick these up, because I was like, F that. Um First Tot said only number 10, so you better have some bangers to top that.
I do, Tots. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
So I understand the significance of it. However, wasn't in my top. Wasn't in my top one. So yeah, but he was weird. He was definitely weird.
It was terrifying. It was more than weird. The way he stared at you when he spoke, and it was unnerving. He didn't blink. And I dare you to go back and tell me he wasn't looking at you while you were watching the film, bro. It was creepy.
I'm not doing that. I'm not watching movies. I hate horror movies. Yeah, I'm a whole punk. So while I can respect that movie being, I can respect it, especially because I mean, like he played a really convincing person who likes to eat people. Cannibal is the word I was looking for. Yeah, he was a little too good at that for me. I would never be alone with that man ever. But yeah, that movie is not in my top 10 because I don't like to be scared. It's a good choice though.
Tots wants to know what your shirt says, KB.
It says "Bad puns are how I roll."
Okay.
This actually, it was a gift from somebody who was my dad joke hype man on Facebook. Every dad joke that I post, he comes behind and he posts the guy playing the drums. It just seals it. Or he has not missed a joke. So shout out Anthony King.
Cool. So who's gonna go next? Who's got?
I was like one of those really early on 90s babies, so I missed a lot because my mom had me as a Disney kid. Like I didn't watch the first couple of Fridays to like mid 2000s, so I missed the Silence of the Lamb. But luckily, I have my trusty notepad, and he spoke so highly of it. I'm gonna watch it later because I have a thing about go back and rewatch a 90s movie, see if they were good or bad. But and I didn't put none of mine in order because I was just so confused about like, damn, what's gonna go on my list. So I just kind of put them in chronological order of how they came to me. And I thought of one while you were talking, so I had to slide that to my honorable mentions as well. But I'm gonna kick it off with a little spice. I'm going Aliens 3, top 10 of my 90s movies.
Really?
Okay. That's the one where they made they made her a clone, and then she had a baby alien.
Yep.
That one was fucking weird. I'm not gonna lie. I remember seeing that one, and and Ripley was like holding and caressing the alien. I was like, if y'all don't get on with that shit, like, you got it. No, thank you. But
see, I remember as a kid looking at it and not knowing who was gonna die. Now, granted, I was a kid, so wasn't as smart as I am now. But I remember looking at it like, oh shit, everybody damn dying. So yeah, I got that as one of my top 10 movies for nostalgia films because I feel like they don't make movies like that no more.
Hey, and by the way, for those who are watching with us, yeah, feel free to tell us what you got for your top 10 movies too, because we're not just here to judge our movies, we're gonna judge yours too. So if you feel like we got it right, we got it wrong, holler at us in the chat. So that way we can be able to talk with you and tell you why you're right or why you're wrong in the way of the BS. So all right, KB.
All right. So I want to preface this by saying y'all know how my taste in movies is.
Oh, God.
Yeah. All right. Number 10. It's one of the worst movies ever made. Super Mario Brothers movie.
You wasted. You
Hear me out. Hear me out. Listen. I acknowledge that it's a terrible movie, but that's why I love it so much.
Come on now, dog.
And
come on, man.
Listen.
Well, it's gonna be one of those shows, I see.
It is. I promise. So the rest of my list, I think, is gonna be pretty solid for the most part. But that one is a cult classic. Everyone knows that it's bad, which is why I love it.
I'm sorry, just space. Yeah, so we're doing just overall. We're not doing a particular genre. We're gonna break it down. We can have one of those a little bit later. We've also had in the past tournaments, so we may do like a horror tournament for Halloween. That would be really cool. KB won't be in that one. I could just tell by her look. She was just like, "Nah, that's not gonna be me, bro." So
I've seen a lot of horror movies against my will.
Oh, so then you can be in there,
but I won't be thrilled about it.
So we do stuff like that. We've had a best MCU, best DC or DC tournament, and what else did we do? Best cartoon one too. So, and
all right, I love
Tops
that
was
movie.
like, I thought we were friends, KB.
It's my number 10 90s movie. Like, I love that movie.
I thank you because you just made me comfortable with the rest of my list. Because I have a similar movie like that in my top 10. I also have like one like that in my honorable mention. So.
Listen,
You know what? I'll be fair. I won't judge two selections from everybody's list.
Everybody gets a sentimental. Everybody gets one of those like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
okay, so my number 9 will probably be my second one you'll judge.
Oh God.
The rest of them should be solid, but those bottom two.
My next one gonna be my sentimental. I'm gonna let you know that now.
Yeah, my first one is my sentimental. But it was, I'll just say it. It was Double Impact with Jean-Claude Van Damme, where he played the twins, and then after that, it was a really good movie. It was my first rated R movie that I got to see, and so like I was really into martial arts at the time too, so it was really cool to see him fight two different types of styles.
Jean-Claude Van Damme makes your top 10. I feel like you can't talk a whole lot of shit about.
Hey, Super Mario's, you need to be quiet now. You can't say nothing.
I will not.
You can't talk about nobody's
Van Damme
list.
could have been in that damn movie. That's how bad his acting is. He also could have been there.
Just in time to give us one off his list.
Yeah.
Yeah, they in here judging me, man. Help.
What's going on?
Let me tell you what was on the first part of her list. Her top 10.
Number 10. It's number 10.
Number 10.
Exactly, Tots.
Super Mario Brothers was in her top 10. The top movies in the 90s.
Now I will say this.
Oh shit.
No.
My man.
This is based off her opinion, what she enjoyed. So I can't.
Really?
Yes, you can. Fuck that. Yes, you can. Objection. Yes, you can.
Fault you if you feel that the Super Mario Brothers was a good movie.
Mario and Luigi Mario.
I'm disappointed in you, bro. I'm disappointed in you, bro.
I'm really. Wow, that's how y'all starting with it. I'm not capping. I can't judge. No, I mean I can, but I'm not gonna judge her in this instance.
I appreciate you.
For the poor choice of movie. I just say that. All right,
it's a terrible movie, but that's what makes it great.
I understand. You know, it's what they call them. It's like when you hate. You know, it's something that's bad, but you still love it. Guilty pleasure.
It's a cult classic.
I got a guilty pleasure on here. I don't know if anybody's seen it.
All right, so
that shit's still trash.
I'll drop one off my list. So number 10. Well, first I got an honorable mention.
We're gonna hold the honorable mentions.
Okay,
that's to the end. That's to the end.
My number 10 movie, and a lot of y'all probably ain't gonna know what this is, but number 10 for me was Warriors of Virtue.
What you mean? I remember that.
The kangaroos? The rules of virtue? Is that what they were?
Nerdism, bro.
What type of group are we? Don't do that. We know.
I don't know if you know this one.
Hey, look, I'm just saying, some people forgot about that movie, man. I love the Warriors of Virtue, bro. I had the toys and everything, bro. You know about the rules.
I forgot about that movie. I had the VHS tape. I completely forgot about that movie,
bro. I
it's
love
just
that movie.
Space and Tots are on my side.
somebody's got.
And then the fact they had some real, they was doing some real kung fu and all that. They was whooping. They was throwing blows.
And that's real life. That's how kangaroos be for real. If I see a kangaroo, I'm running.
KB always tells us
it was a kangaroo loose in Tuscaloosa like a week ago.
No, he could have took my car. Bro, you ain't gotta do all that, man. Yeah, it's yours, bro. You and the baby, it's yours. It's a gift.
Also, Sir said he's gonna let us slide with 2 picks each before he judges us, which means he can't say nothing else to me.
You got one out. You got one out. So.
Oh, also, so you know, Marcus, we also Alien 3 has been put out, Silence of the Lamb, and Double Impact.
Double Impact. Okay, I remember that. I remember that. That's good. That's with John Cloud, right? That's on with John Cloud. Mm-hmm. Okay, I like that.
You'll enjoy it, Space. You'll like Warriors of Virtue. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, let me gonna say this. They use a lot of practical effects in that movie, so it still may hold up. I haven't watched it in some years. I'm a little terrified to go back and watch it, but it may still hold up a little bit. So you can go check it out. Definitely, Space. Go check out the movie. It's really good.
I ain't seen it since I left the 90s.
Same here. I gotta go back and watch it. But when I did have, like, when it came out, I went to the movies and saw it. Had no VHS. Like, I used to love that movie.
Yeah, it was in my playlist of movies I used to watch when I got good meals. Mom came home with that McDonald's, he had that cable. You gonna watch this bootleg Star Wars? I'm gonna watch Wars of Virtue, TNT, or these Disney movies. So,
hey, one of these movies used to come in a big, like they had it was a
big plastic, that plastic one.
Oh, yes. Like a coffin.
It did.
That's exactly where they put them out there, in the Disney vault.
Yep. All right, so we got the first ones done. What about number 9? Number 9.
I'm gonna go ahead and go because I won't be judged.
Stick will be judged.
Number 9, I'm going Kazam. I'm going Kazam.
Hold on.
No. Is Kazam a better movie than Mario?
You might as well just say Steel, bro.
I was a big Shaquille O'Neal fan, and I think when we finally started getting cable, I think it came on like one of them HBO channels or something like that. So anytime it came on, I was in the Kazam. I was watching along with him.
I like Die Hard too. That's dope. I think my favorite Die Hard is probably like outside of if it's not the first, I'd probably go with 3, and that's because I got Samuel Jackson in.
Yeah, and that water trick. That water mine teaser.
Yes. But
what made your? I'm interested to hear your honorable mentions. If Shazam or Kazam made it.
2 of them came about because I just didn't know where to put them.
We'll see.
The other one's kind of like, do I like these because I was a child at the time, or do I like them because I still go back and watch Kazam. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
All right.
Bet.
Well, that's strike one. That's strike one. All right. Who's next?
What you got, sir?
All right. Well, this one wasn't. Y'all, I'm gonna give out my corny pick then. Since everybody picking out their corny shit, I'll pick out a corny one then. This one barely made it, by the way. I had to go and confirm the date, and this movie came out in 1999.
Okay.
And it's one of my favorite action flicks of all time.
Okay. All right.
The Mummy. The very first one.
Oh, bro.
Okay.
I love that series. The Mummy, and the first one and the second one. The third one, it threw me off because they didn't have Rachel Weisz or whatever her name is in it. So I couldn't watch the third one. I couldn't get past the new wife in the third one.
They had Jet Li as a Mummy.
Yeah,
they did. Michelle Yeoh. I love Michelle Yeoh, but yeah, she was in.
Was that the third one, or was that the?
That's the third one with Michelle Yeoh and Jet Li. Because the second one, he came to do the same Mummy that was in the first one came back in the second one.
Yep.
Can we talk about how the Mummy was like one of the biggest simps in like cinema history? Like,
I never saw the moon.
For a chick that one is.
Yeah. And then she ditched him. She was like, I'm not going back to hell today. No.
She took off. Like she left with the quickness, bro.
Die Hard 2 was the best. Which one? Well, this one should have been in the franchise one that we talked about last week. I think Live Free and Die Hard was one of the best Die Hard movies because it was funny.
I don't know how I missed that space. I'm sorry. I missed space. Said it was they remember movie was Tank. The Rules from Tank Girl. I love Tank Girl. That's a good movie too. They had like Ice-T was a rule, was a kangaroo. It was somebody else, but I love that one. The movie was hilarious. But yeah.
Okay.
So I'm interested to see the rest of your picks. If the Mummy was one of your corny picks.
I got some serious ones.
The Mummy is actually my honorable mention, so that's hilarious.
Hey, how far, cuz? That's my dog.
I ain't gonna leave
him hanging.
Yeah, she left me hanging hard as shit.
Oh, my bad. I had mine is on my iPad, so I have to keep unlocking it.
That's a good one, Tyson.
Yep.
So Pauly Shore.
Yep.
Pauly Shore. Oh man, I love that movie. That's a movie. It's hilarious. That's probably my favorite Pauly Shore movie.
What? Who's next? Who's got something?
I'll go with one. So we're not. I ain't really going in order. So I'll go ahead and say it on my my favorite. We'll go with it's my cart. This I will say we'll go with a cartoon. Gotta go with a Goofy movie. Gotta go with a Goofy movie. And to this may be controversial, but I'm gonna say it. My all-time favorite Disney song is "Out of Eye" by Powerline. I don't care. It trumps everything. I mean,
bro, I still play that to wake up Ben every once in a while in the morning.
I will ride through the city of Birmingham, bumping eye to eye, like it's the hottest thing out. I love it.
Got the sub put in the whip. We can bump that.
Hey,
Todd said Fifth Element was a great movie too.
Fifth Element is a great movie. I can watch that over and over.
It's just space, like he could see it. Said the Fifth Element is one that I can still watch over and over again now.
Alice Corbin?
It's in my list.
It's in my list too. In my list too.
I'm actually going in order, so I'm sticking with my order.
Okay.
Number 9, Mortal Kombat.
Hey, that's on my list too. Let's go.
That's my number 5.
All right, so that was in y'all's list.
That was on my number 7.
Okay. Mine had Spawn. I had Spawn on the list.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I forgot Spawn came out in the 90s.
That's in my honorable mentions, but that was a good one.
That's on my list.
All right. Spawn was in there. And I know the side effects or the special effects didn't really hold up like it's supposed to. But I'm excited to see what happens when Jamie Foxx does it. So
I am too.
Todd said The Sixth Sense was fantastic.
It was.
This is what made that list so hard for me, because there were some movies that I was putting like very early 2000 that were like 99, 98. Because Sixth Sense, for some reason, I was thinking was 2001.
Mm-hmm.
I thought The Mummy was in 2000. That's why I didn't make my list. I could have easily Googled it like I Googled everything else, but I was just sure that it was in the 2000s that I didn't Google it.
The Mummy is literally number 11 for me. It is right there. I love that movie.
Yep. So everybody's done their number 9?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Number 8.
Mine was Spawn. So
there we go.
All right. So, well, actually, my number 8 was The Fifth Element. So,
damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Mine
I
is
love that
on there,
movie.
but it's not 8. Mine is Mulan.
Okay.
Solid pick.
I told you I can
The rest of my list, I feel like y'all aren't really going to give me any smoke over. Just the bottom 2. And apparently just the one, because y'all like Mortal Kombat. So.
Yep. Todd said Stargate.
I could not get into Stargate. I tried several times.
I never
And then
watched.
imagine me losing my shit, realizing the guy with the thing on his head is the guy that voice acts Kratos now.
Yeah, it is. It used
I
to be
was like,
T.C.
well, what
Carson
the
from Living Single, but then they switched it to him.
Kyle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it used to be
Kyle.
Carson. Kyle. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kyle used to
Yeah,
voice.
you just gotta call him Kyle for me. You just be like
Kyle Barker.
Yeah,
Kyle
The-
Barker.
for he voiced Kratos in like the first like 3-4 God of War games or whatever, the original ones, and then they went and got the guy that played the dude in Stargate as the new boy.
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 All right. Who else? Because a lot of us had some.
You go ahead, Stokes.
Mine would be. I'm trying to put them in order while I look at them because I just wrote them down. I'm gonna go with Men in Black, the first one.
Hey,
Men in Black almost made my list too.
that's a
I
classic.
kind of avoided some things I felt like was gonna be too common.
It was in my honorable mentions.
It was number 12 for me.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, just not a top 10.
Come the Men in Black.
All right. Well, I'm
Man,
gonna switch up then. I'm gonna go back to my list then,
Okay.
in my order. My number 8, and some of y'all may have heard of this, some of y'all may not. There's this little movie called Blade.
Damn it, it's on my list.
Hey,
Yo.
it's on my list.
No,
It's
that's
higher,
fine,
but it's
man.
on my list.
Yeah.
It started out as number 1, but as I refined my list, it got pushed down.
I knew that
Yeah.
was happening. We talked about that.
Mhm.
It's number one.
So
As I refined
my
list, we got pushed down.
So yeah,
That pushed
I
all the way down to 8.
yeah,
You got some bangers.
yeah.
Blade was on my list.
Filmmakers.
That was number 7 for me.
Blade's not on mine.
Because if you didn't have Blade, then you wouldn't have had none of the other
Nothing
movies.
A black man saved Marvel.
Period.
Ooh, The Crow was a good one too.
That's on my list.
The Crow was almost on my list.
All right. So everybody's giving their number 8.
Mhm.
All right. So my number 7, like I said, was Blade. What else you got?
My number 7 I got is Friday.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah. It's just basically, hey, you got to have some bangers if you're gonna put.
I do, bro. Don't you worry, man. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
my number 7 was actually MK Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
Okay. Well, my number 7 was Pulp Fiction.
Ooh, that is a good one. Okay. I can.
Say what again?
Indeed. Indeed.
No, my favorite part is motherfucker fell through that.
Right. So, quick story. I have a coworker that I work with. We were talking. My boss was talking to me, and he was telling me the story of how somebody had an injury at work. And so I was just like, "Yeah, motherfucker fell through that." Like I said it under my breath, and my coworker bust out laughing and said, "Pulp Fiction," and he and I have been friends ever since.
Hey,
Yeah. The way he told the story was just so like he was like he kept doing that, fell through the scaffolding, motherfucker fell through that.
Yeah, you made a little glass motherfucker. The motherfucker fell through that. Okay. Yeah. So I
Motherfucker talks with a stutter.
does
now.
Marcel Wallace look like you? I
Bruh.
gotta go watch that.
Greatness.
The Matrix is like in my top 15 tots. I do like
No,
The
it's on my list.
It's on
Oh
my
yeah,
list.
it's on the list.
Matrix almost made my list, but I feel like it's gonna be on my first list.
This one made my
Demolition
honor.
Man.
It made my honorable mentions. I had to cut something out for it. So
Alright.
Yes.
My number 7 is not going to be on anyone's list, so I'm not really concerned about it.
okay.
Ghost in the Shell, like the original anime, the movie.
Oh, motherfucker. What if I told you that was my number 1?
Wow.
Damn.
I didn't think it would be on the list at all.
Motherfucker.
Get him out of here.
I gotta fill some shit in. Damn it.
Yep.
But yeah, Ghost. Look, if y'all love anime, and if you just have time to just watch the first Ghost in the Shell movie, bro,
Go watch it.
please do it.
It's so good.
Yeah, Demolition Man is definitely a fun one. I love it. Just it just couldn't make the list because don't get me wrong, Wesley Snipes was like that dude in that movie.
Yeah.
But he didn't quite make the list though.
That means your number one is wild to me.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good movie, man.
In a good way. Like I wasn't expecting that.
Okay. Did everybody go?
Yeah.
All right. Number 6.
All right, I gotta bounce around because I skipped around. So I'm gonna go with my number 6. I got American Pie.
Okay.
You're solid.
We're gonna cowboy. You can't see the shirt, but I got
Cowboy
I love that.
Cowboy Bebop shirt on. You said what was yours?
You said American Pie.
American Pie.
I was good for the Stiffmeister.
The Stiffmeister.
Bruh, I ain't seen that movie in so long. That's a good one.
It probably won't do too well nowadays because a lot of that stuff, it's funny then, it's funny now.
Yeah.
I got one.
American Pie back in the day was hilarious.
Yeah. So, you gonna go Wyatt?
Yeah, I can go. My next one was Hook from
that was on my list.
Yeah, Robin Williams, Dustin Hoffman.
What is it? What is it? You
Rufio?
pre-chew? No, not Rufio. I know who Rufio. I was gonna. What he said to him? You pre-chew. You rude dude, bag of pre-food chewed or something like that. I just when they was going back and forth. It took me till I got to be a grown up to get the you nearsighted and got to college's joke. Oh man, I love that movie.
Yeah.
So we on number 6, right? So number 6 for me, one of my favorites. Maybe want to go get the whole get up and get out there. I was gonna be the only person in Belgium doing this. The Mighty Ducks. Mighty Ducks. I love the Mighty Ducks, bruh. Like I was gonna be the only boy in Belgium was out there playing hockey. I love the Mighty Ducks.
They're gonna make you outrun your shadow with them skates on.
Man, that's a favorite of mine.
Quack, quack,
Yeah,
quack.
you did.
Quack, quack,
Yes. I love. Matter of fact, I got 2 of the Funkos. I got Charlie and I think Goldberg or Fulton. But yeah, I love the Mighty Ducks.
All right. Well, I'll go. I got another horror pick, which jumped in on this number. I'm surprised nobody said it yet. It wasn't a great movie, but it set the tone for slasher movie going through the 90s to 2000s. Scream. The whole voice changer, who's the killer you've already met kind of trope was really made famous by Scream. Wes Craven did his motherfucking thing in that movie.
You know what's wild? Scream is the only horror series that I like.
Wow.
I love, and I've watched every single film. I love that series. That's it. I'm not messing with none of the rest of that. But I love that one. It being a horror film is what kept it out of my top 10 because I just don't care for the genre, but I do love Scream.
Hey, was there any black killers?
No.
I just wanted to make sure. I was trying to think.
Scream,
I was like, what?
On the 190s.
2, no, 3, no. The most recent one was a really good one too. Because I thought they were gonna have it be kind of lame since they brought back everybody. I thought they was just kind of like a money grab, but it actually was pretty good though.
Yeah, it was a solid little film. Like I like the whole franchise.
Yeah, Scream definitely made big moves.
Mm-hmm.
My number 6 is Hercules.
Hey.
Okay. We're gonna have to do like a Disney tournament. We're gonna have to do a Disney tournament.
Excuse me. Tights. That's a Stephen King movie, I think. But I love that movie. We watched that in class or something. I watched it somewhere, but Storm of the Century is a good movie.
I think I've seen that one.
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope. It's crazy, but it's a good movie.
Does it have to do with a guy named Lanouche?
Name what? I'm sorry.
Like a mysterious guy named Lanouche, and you got all these people in this church.
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, I think that's the guy's name. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I remember
I had those. I had that tape. It's a dope concept, and the twist is really good.
Yeah.
I read Dracula way too young, and so I stayed away from the movie. I picked up that book at the Scholastic Book Fair because it was in there, and I had money, and I think I was in like maybe second grade. So there's me with this book, and then the dictionary for words that I don't know, because we grew up in that time period where everyone owned dictionaries and a set of encyclopedias, I think. And I went through and words I didn't know, and I looked up the definition. Imagine being in second grade and reading Dracula.
Nope, you had it.
Yeah, that's wild.
Terrified of everything, bro. But also obsessed with vampires.
And that I say that for that. It was another topic I wanted to bring up. We can do maybe next week or something about maybe something about like with Day Shift coming out. When Day Shift came out, I was gonna say maybe review like do a review of kind of vampire movies or discuss like vampire movies and some of our favorites or something like that. I think that'll be dope.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch them. Shit. Okay.
About Twilight and Blade. That's probably the extent of my
yeah, bruh. That was about it. I was like, Blade
and Twilight. And I only watched Twilight because my ex made me watch all the Twilight, so I can't go to the movies when I watch the last one.
Ooh, a vampire movie bracket.
Hey,
I haven't touched Twilight, sir, and I'm not gonna.
Blade winning.
Not gonna lie, it wasn't that bad. I was kind of my feels.
The only redeeming of them movies, the only one that was decent for me, because I watched it with my wife, was the last one. And if you know, and if you know the reason, if you know what happens in the last one, you kind of know why. I would say that's the. I
ain't watching none of that shit. I'm not watching it. I'm not reading it. I don't want nothing to do with it. The minute that you said vampires sparkled like a fucking insect, done. Get out of here.
Hey, I am gonna do like a 31 days of Halloween horror movies.
Doing it again this year?
Man, listen, last time some shit came up and I couldn't do it. I got about well, first of all, I started late. So it wasn't really 31 days, it was like 20. And then I got to about halfway, and then I just didn't get to finish it. But
Queen of the Damned was good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna talk to y'all because most of y'all have already seen the ones that I'm going back to rewatch. Because I watched a lot of the ones with possessions. Those were really crazy. Yeah. I don't understand why they stayed in the goddamn house. Like as soon as they be like, oh,
like KB was saying the other day. Oh, did your roommate ever return? Answer your question.
No, he still didn't tell me whether or not it was, and I figured out what was going on with the TV, so it's fine. My Chromecast was acting up. I just had to unplug and replug. But as far as like the auditory hallucination thing, I don't want to know. The dogs weren't acting up, so because if they had started with the barking and the growling, I was leaving. I don't know where I was gonna go, but it wasn't gonna be in his house.
Yeah, Ed Norton was really good back then too. Not that he's not good now, but he hasn't really done anything recently. But anyway,
wasn't he the Hulk?
Yeah, for 2008. But then after that, they was like, "Get your ass out of here."
He fought Abomination. He fought Abomination. Yeah.
So, we're now in the top 5, y'all. So, who's got their number 5?
Number 5.
I'll go ahead and go because mine has already been said. Actually, my number 5 is The Fifth Element.
Okay, that's I see what you did there.
Wasn't on purpose. I had to add another one into my top 4 because it was number 4, and then I had to go back and look at it, and another one got put in, so that one got bumped. Worked out.
Okay.
Yeah. My number 5 was Mortal Kombat. So.
Hey,
I kind of said this on the last show when I was talking about Happy Gilmore, but Happy Gilmore is
All right.
love it. So, I had to reorder some things. My number 5 is going to be, it's actually going to be The Matrix.
Damn it, that's my number 4.
Man,
I'm gonna give y'all my number 5. I'm pretty sure none of y'all have this one on your list. Mine is Good Will Hunting.
You damn Skippy.
that's an
not on my
interesting pick. I like it. Picasso.
Mhm. How you like them apples?
Yep. How you like them apples?
list. Bitter.
I got a number. How you like them apples?
Man, and I had a whole thing where like a lot of my movies that I really enjoyed, like definitely came from like Robin Williams. Robin Williams showed out in the 90s.
Of course.
He did.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Mrs.
Mhm.
Doubtfire was my intro into him, and then I went backwards to see what else he had done.
Like my intro, I'm trying to remember what like I actually saw him like live action. I know one of my intros was
Aladdin.
Aladdin, the genie, and I can't remember what I had seen him in something before then, but Aladdin was like kind of just like, oh, I know who that is. Like I knew who he was in Aladdin when he played the genie or whatever. And I said I quote Aladdin to this day, like just random stuff. Like,
That
Hook and Aladdin were mine for seeing him.
Hook,
Mrs.
Aladdin,
Doubtfire,
Miss Doubtfire,
Yeah.
Jumanji made my
Jumanji's a good one.
Jumanji was on my honorable mentions list.
it's
I was like,
something
I got a
too.
lot of Robin Williams on here.
Yes.
So, The Big Lebowski is the top 3. Okay, I can see that.
I've seen some of it. I haven't watched the whole thing. I need to go watch it.
All right. So everybody got their 5s out.
Dub, did you go? What was yours?
Happy Gilmore. Yeah.
Okay.
They have to get more.
All right, here we go. Number 4. I'm working on my
Your
voices.
radio voice.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Childish.
All right. Well, my number 4 has already been picked. It was The Matrix.
Yeah.
Well, this one kind of has a little sentimental values.
So getting
I
ready to
got-
mock you.
That's what
I
it
got
sounds like.
soul food.
Hey,
I got soul food because the
Hey.
old lady, Big Mama, she kind of
Big Mama.
She reminded me of my grandma, so I always kind of had a soft space for that movie. So I was like, she looks just like my grandma. She don't look like me, boy. Hey, in my opinion, grandma, she kind of look like.
Hey.
It's another movie I haven't seen.
What was that one again?
I haven't seen it.
Soul food.
I'm not gonna judge because I'm like that. Like when they drop the list of black movies that every black person's supposed to see, and it's like 60 movies.
Bro, I think I saw like 4 movies on that list. And
I think
somebody was like, I'm gonna take your black card. Try me.
See, I think I'm at about 10. I think it was Billy. I just saw Billy. I was like, ain't that the one with Nas?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like, how is this a
Keisha.
classic? This he can't even act like he was so dry.
Listen, we
I haven't seen that movie either.
when me and Jeremy were at A&M, I had never seen any of the black movies. So like literally on Saturdays, he'd be like, "Okay, we got 1 or 2 of these movies to go through," and I was like, "Oh, okay, oh, there it is. Yeah, that's one. Interesting."
Nope. Haven't seen Belly either.
I hadn't until freshman
All right,
year.
so I'm gonna save you a headache. If you Belly's story is not good and it's all over the place. I know that, but Belly has the best movie intro you're ever gonna see. That first 3 minutes is a heist, and it's done so beautifully. If you remember Hype Williams' music videos, it's literally a music video in 3 minutes.
All right.
That's the only part you should watch.
Yeah, you
say-
can skip the rest. You can skip the rest.
Here's one thing. So my mom was one of those, like, she really paid attention to the age, like for the movie, the age group.
Mm.
And then I'm 6 years older than my little sister. So if she wasn't allowed to watch it, rather than have to deal with the arguments and the fussing, my mom would just send me back with her as well. So a lot of the movies that were out I missed, and then like teenage, college, and adult, I just didn't have a desire to go back and watch them. So there's a lot of films I'm missing just because it was no longer relevant to watch, and I don't care.
Gotcha.
I was in that same kind of boat, but then like I wanted to be able to, like, to me it felt like cultural movies, you know what I mean? So then after that, like that's where I was like, I want to be able to understand this one. So like when we were at A&M, we went to get Golden Star, the Chinese food place down the street, and then after that, because they would always deliver to A&M, so but they were so rude though too. They'd be like, "What you want? What you want?"
Man,
It's a wing spot down here that worst customers. I ain't gonna name it because they might start spending my food. Worst customer service ever. Best wings you ever had. I remember after the game, I went down there, and it just so happened two of the AKAs happened to come down from Tuscaloosa, go there too, and they was like, and I'm like, you gonna enjoy the food though. So I just walk in, let them do them. They might be dropping a whole bunch of F-bombs while customers in the lobby and whatnot, but hey, the wings that come out of there will be the best wings you ever had in your life.
Well, Golden Stars no more. They are not there anymore, so I don't have to worry about it. R.I.P.
Wakanda forever.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
hold on. My dad had me watching Exorcist at like 7. Oh, bruh. No.
Cuz said vivid.
I was like 4 the first time I saw it. We were in a hotel room. My mom was like, turn it off. My dad was like, she'll be fine. She's a child. Bro, the night terrors woke up screaming. And my mom is like, do you see what we're dealing with now? And my dad's like, it's fine.
No.
To this day, I do not like clowns.
Man. Space. My overactive imagination, my folks knew I couldn't watch anything that didn't end with a happy ending. You know what I'm saying? So, or had too much stuff. So I was good on that one. No, sir.
Oh, I don't like stuff without happy endings now. Like live action. Like
he did not play another horror movie in my presence until I was like, I think 17 after that. But he was still like, this is fine. You'll get over it.
Off top, have you ever seen For Colored Girls?
Yep.
Most traumatizing movie I've ever seen in my life.
Most what?
Traumatizing.
Oh, very much. So let me say this before we. All right. So it's wrong, but it was. I found this part. Actually, I found it funny. Let me say this. So it's the part. You know what? I ain't even go. I'll talk about this later. I ain't even go.
Yep. There you go. There you go. 7 was a great movie, Todd.
7 was good. Terrifying, but good.
I love that.
All right. So we are on number
4.
No, we were on number 4, right?
Did everybody say number 4?
Everybody hasn't said theirs yet.
Yeah.
Sir, you got one?
Yes. My number 4 is going to be Bad Boys, the first one.
Hey.
That should have been mine.
Hey. They made mine. That's how you drive.
Yep. From now on, that's how you drive. Yeah.
Okay.
I love that movie, man.
Everybody got their 4? No.
My number 4. Have you done yours?
No, you go ahead, KB.
Trimmers.
Wait a fucking minute. You say you don't do horror.
Trimmers is not a horror movie.
I love it.
There was nothing scary about that. Keep in mind that I like animal sci-fi type stuff.
Bruh.
That is definitely a PG-13 horror.
I was not scared of Trimmers at all.
I thought it was more. I really enjoyed it. I loved it.
My 8-year-old would say differently.
So
that means you can't walk on the ground without being swallowed up. Even in a car, you cannot get away from them.
It was a worm.
Horror sci-fi is the category.
Okay, well, it didn't scare me.
I love Trimmers.
Yeah.
Trimmers is my 4th favorite movie of all time. I love that movie.
Hey, let me tell you this quick story. So Ben was like 7 or 8 years old, and he was like, "Hey, I want to watch scary movies this year, Dad. I think I'm old enough." I was like, so what do you want to watch? And he was like, what's the scariest thing that you've seen? I was like, we're not gonna go down that road. And so, he was like, because I think Jeremy had given me every year. Jeremy gives me like 1 or 2 movies in October for me to watch. So I went back and I saw Candyman. I was like, Candyman was kind of scary. And he was like, well, I don't want to do that one. I don't like bees because he got stung that year. So he was like, forget them bees. So then he was like, I want to watch It. I said, no. Dad, you're going to start treating me like a young man. I need to see It. Okay. You know what? Okay. Go ahead and see Georgie then. Come on, see Georgie.
Oh, man.
Now, mind you, there's like the little ravine right there. And so he saw that part. He was like, Dad, what's gonna happen to Georgie? I'm not gonna tell you. He didn't even get. He knew stranger danger from there, and he was like, no, Dad. I want to turn this off. I want to do something else. We ended up watching The Last Dragon instead of that, and then we ended up to watch Tremors. He was like, that's the most scary thing I can watch. KB, you got a compliment on how good your taste in movies was. Star Troopers is a really good one.
That was on my list.
Why?
It's amazing, bro. Starship Troopers, bro. I love Starship.
That shit was wild,
bro. That I wish you would have got the sequel it deserved. Like, Starship Troopers was dope. Like, dope.
That was on my list. But it's easy.
You want to live forever?
Man, when he got whipped, I was like, oh no. Bite down on this, son.
Right.
All right.
So my number.
Go ahead.
My number 4, Jurassic Park, the very first one.
I didn't like Jurassic Park as a kid because it was kind of scary.
I gotta go. I want to go.
It wasn't kind of scary. They was eating folks.
Niggas got 8, bro.
I was traumatized as a kid. Like,
but
yeah, going out collecting them bones, and they did.
Yeah, I love Jurassic Park, bro. I love Jurassic Park.
I remember seeing the VHS tapes at 12.
Yes,
but see, that was a really cool part about it, because like you had the big monster, and then you had the raptors that were chasing them. So then you was like, shit, you can't win for losing. Like
the niggas spitting in niggas' faces.
And paralyzed.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to revise my list now because Jurassic Park actually should be on it. It's not, and it should be because I do love that movie. And I appreciate you, Space.
So.
All
right.
Spam was kind of said that.
So my number 3 is off the list. What do y'all? Hold on. Let's number 3.
Well, since 2 of my last 3 have already been said, I'm just gonna go ahead and say Starship Troopers is my next on my list.
Okay. Well, I probably got one nobody else got. So, love this movie. One of my favorite animes of all time. Princess Mononoke.
My man.
I had that. That was definitely on the rotation. That deserved to be on
way
the
back.
list.
Back into time.
Yeah.
I love Princess Mononoke.
That was a little bloody movie, that son.
Just wait.
All right.
Okay. Well, I'll go with my number 3. Mine is animated, and I'll be surprised if anybody else know of this movie, but I enjoyed it as a child. Fern Gully.
Hey,
how you gonna play somebody and say if you
who doesn't look who I was saying I say that, but Fern Gully was a staple, bro. That's like Fern Gully was basically Fern Gully is Avatar.
Yeah,
that's Avatar bit Fern Gully totally. That's basically what Avatar is. But yeah, I love Fern Gully with the bat and
Robin Williams again.
I can see.
Yes. yes, dope.
Yes.
Yeah, Miyazaki.
Miyazaki,
that's a motherfucker right there.
Ghibli.
My third is also animated. It's The Lion King.
Hey.
I'm seeing a pattern with you.
We was discussing
Yeah,
this yesterday.
You got a lot of animated.
The other day.
Do I? Yeah.
I can't look at.
I was a Disney
it
kid.
now.
Dub.
I think I went Starship Troopers for my number.
They said Starship.
Damn sure did. Everybody's gotten their number 3. All right. Number 2.
Why do you get to stretch and grab the mic? Like,
I'm gonna go ahead and say mine because it's already been said again. I was gonna go Blade. So
hey,
Okay.
Respect.
no, I need to go watch. I watched Blade like I think last week. I meant to go watch Blade 2. Blade 2 got Jet Li in it. You missed him in that little. Not Jet Li. Donnie Yen.
Donnie Yen.
Yeah.
No man.
Blade 2 got Donnie Yen in there.
Yep, man was in
Yeah.
Blade 2. Yeah.
Man,
He was snow frost
Snowman.
something. Yeah. He
I
was
know
one of those
I
cold.
was telling somebody Blade has one of my favorite lines in like a top 5 favorite line in any movie, and it's when he killed Deacon Frost. So I was the motherfucker that want to try to ice skate up here, bro. I was like, oh, it's cold.
I always love it when Wesley Snipes cusses because he goes from like classically trained actor to just like like motherfucker.
Exactly.
You say
When they look at the scene when he at the hospital and they turn around and start shooting him,
He's like,
what is he saying?
Yeah.
They ran out of there so quick.
hey, what was it when he was in Blade 2 and they had him like surrounded and he was like, he gave that little speech at the end. I forget what he said, but he was like, I wish a mother. I don't remember.
No. He was like, when the Reapers was surrounding him, he was like, you obviously
don't know
who you are
fucking with.
Yeah.
Mashallah Ali got to come with it, bro.
You gonna have to.
I'm scared, man. I'm scared.
You gonna be fine.
He's a good actor. He's a good actor.
You gonna be fine.
Ray got me scared.
He just got to know he got to come with it though.
Yep.
So my number 2, another animated movie. Again in my top favorite animated movies of all time. Shouldn't have been watching this. Should not have been watching this movie. Training Day is a good one.
Oh man, I forgot it came out in the 90s.
I did. It did come out in the 90s. It was in like 90.
Was on that, like very edge. Then.
Yeah, like 98, 99. But Ninja Scroll is my number 2.
My partner put me on Ninja.
I saw Ninja Scroll. Literally, Ninja Scroll came out. I saw Ninja Scroll. I was probably like maybe 7, 8.
Yeah, I was gonna
Ninja
say.
Scroll.
Yeah. Training Day was 2001.
Okay, I thought it was 99, but yeah, I was like 7 or 8 watching Ninja Scroll. Should not have been watching it. Should not have been watching Ninja Scroll.
Nope. It's a whole grape scene in that movie.
Yes. Very much so.
Huh.
But yeah, I love Ninja Scroll, bro. But Jubei,
You be a motherfucker.
I got one for you. Since it's number 2, I went with Terminator 2.
God damn.
I figured it down. That was a choice right there.
That was gonna be my number 1.
My number 2 was already said. It was The Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
KB. Hey.
All right.
Another big Keanu Reeves been making pretty good movies for a long time. Like he's making for a long time.
Dust Till Dawn. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely
1 and 2. I enjoyed Dust Till Dawn.
Speed is one of those movies. When it came out, it was on VHS, and me and my older cousin AJ watched that movie. There are 3 movies in my life that I have seen so much that I can quote it along with the movie as it plays. Speed is one of those movies. We just watched it I think we watched it like every Friday for an entire summer. And then it came out later, but Finding Nemo. My younger cousin Tyrell was obsessed when he was in diapers because he's a 2000s baby. So that was his movie, and he wanted to watch it every day. And when I tell you again, every day for an entire summer, at least once, we watched Finding Nemo. So that I love that movie, but not on this list.
So does everybody still have their number ones or no?
I still got my number one.
My number one got said, but I got an alternate.
Okay.
Fair.
All right, you guys ready?
Let's go.
And finally, number one.
Like I said, Terminator 2.
Oh,
Cardo, come on, bro.
You gotta come in here with some fuck shit, and I appreciate that.
Oh God.
Even though you're wrong, but I like.
It's easy to have that opinion when you're 12.
Oh, well, hey.
Hot take. I agree with him.
We're gonna have to.
Agree with him, 'cause I can think of a good 8 right now that's crushing shit.
We are gonna have to have that discussion
I can think of
later.
several, but they're not knocking out my top 4. So no, there's a few of them, but they're not touching my top 4.
T2 is my top, hands down. Todd said.
My number one pick will surprise people who don't know me well.
What's number one?
I'll go first. Beauty and the Beast.
I ain't see that coming.
I know.
I ain't see it coming, but that's respectable.
All right then.
It's actually my second favorite movie of all time.
What's the first?
So it made it easy to be my number one in the 90s because we talked about this. My favorite movie came out in 75.
Okay. All right. Sir?
Well, my number one had already got picked by KB. We had already mentioned Ghost in the Shell. Again, I can't shill about this movie enough. Go and get it. Watch
Absolutely,
it.
Amy. Come on, tell us what you like. I'm sorry.
Are you good? But my number one, I'm pretty sure a lot of people haven't watched it, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But my pick is Reservoir Dogs. That movie held me. You want to talk about a fucked up movie? The ear scene, and if you've seen the movie, you know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. Fucks me up. I can't even hear the song that was playing without thinking about somebody's ear getting fucked up. But yeah, my number one, Reservoir Dogs.
All right,
You gotta come with the fuck shit. I ain't mad at him.
I understand. I understand. He's got to do it.
Thank you, Tots. Thank you, Tots. Tots my dog.
Yep.
Tots is my dog. Why do I have to be Mr. Pink? Yes. Yes. Yes, Tots. Yes, Tots. Yes.
So, Dub. Okay. I feel like movies in the 90s have a big pro and con. The con was mostly CGI over time. It's not really there. So, a bunch of things. Movie media. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you couldn't rely on CGI, so you had to come with it.
Had to have a good story, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Doug, what you got, man?
Like I said, he beat me for Terminator 2.
That's right. I guess I go. So my number one movie of the 90s gotta be Ninja Turtles.
My Ninja. We right there.
Gotta be the Ninja Turtles.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I had a feeling you was coming with them damn turtles, so I left them off my list completely.
Hey, you can't do that to the turtles. The turtles were.
I mean, I was like, he coming with them turtles somewhere.
Yeah, we were talking about this. We were talking about somebody who was reading Last Ronin. He was talking about my boy Oroku Saki.
Yeah,
bad man.
That rooftop ass whooping hit different in slow motion, boy.
Yeah, I got that one too.
This is a good read right here.
Jurassic Park was Amy's.
That's a solid choice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because like
Everybody
you,
in the chat give their number ones while y'all sitting here talking shit.
yeah, because I feel like with Jurassic Park, especially at the beginning part. All right, Tots,
All right,
have a
Tots.
great night, man.
Take it easy, Tots.
Appreciate it. In Jurassic Park, you gotta you gotta feel for how dangerous it was just when they were trying to bring the raptors in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it wasn't like they were here, and then after that they were they were coming for blood already. So it was crazy.
Yes, because bruh, I still remember that opening scene.
Mm-hmm. He drugged an old buddy up by his arm, came down. It was crazy. But all right, Mark. So is it the first Ninja Turtles movie or the second one? Okay, I just want to make sure. Listen, I'm just trying to make sure we're on the same page, brother.
I get you. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I love the Secret of the Ooze, but it don't nothing beat that first one.
Yeah.
There was nothing better than seeing just mass violence come up. Like that was
like
all
you
it was.
You got a little bit of darkness in that movie and everything. Like it's in the
Independence Day is on my alternate list. Yeah, they were really good too.
Yeah. Is that a Jose Canseco back? Did you pay for that?
Ooh.
I love like some of the one-liners Raph had in that movie is just hilarious.
Man, the fact that they whooped the shit out of Raphael, boy. And then threw his ass through a window. Like they was like, take this shit.
Went through that.
I couldn't watch that. I couldn't watch that for the longest because my mom walked in when Raphael was screaming, "Damn!" Yeah. They got all these cussing. You can't watch that.
Nah.
No, it's just one word. I promise.
Man, listen, so one of the things that didn't make the list just because it came out the summer before in '89 was Batman. But Batman and the Ninja Turtles tapes used to get worn out at my house. Like the Ninja Turtle cartoons, the Ninja Turtle movies, 1 and 2. But I really mess with 1 because 1 was just violent, darker. There was more like martial arts to it. The other one was just like flips. And then after that, we're gonna hit you with our shell. Fuck that. I need some kicks.
The reason they changed it is because a lot of moms were upset about how dark the movie was.
That was my mom. I'm sorry, y'all. I know. I mean, that's the same reason why they changed like the Power Rangers, because Power Rangers used to do the same thing, and then after that they went from like that to like not hitting them. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So, however, okay, who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
Me?
We're gonna go through everybody.
Hold on one second. I'll be right back. Be right back.
Oh, I know. Okay. And y'all going to get props. Okay. KB, Raphael's your favorite.
No, he's not. He's the one that I'm probably closest to, and not even probably. He absolutely is the one I'm closest to in temperament. But no, he is not my favorite. Leo is actually my favorite.
That is dope.
Yeah, we're gonna
gotta show off their collections.
Yeah,
so y'all know I have the onesie. I have a pair of headphones. I have a set of shot glasses. I have 2 giant mugs. I have the little hats that we were talking about. I don't know what they're called, but the ones that have the little flaps. I have all 4 turtles. I have Pops.
I had Ralph back in the day.
And then I have a set of yo-yos. I actually have a 4 set because the way that my brain works is that if there is a set number, I cannot have just one. I have to complete the set. Otherwise, it will bother me. That's why I don't own anything that's Power Rangers related, because it's way too expensive to have to go through and get all 6. Because the way my brain functions, I cannot.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird that he's trying to get with April, but I mean, at some point, everybody was trying to get with somebody. All right, Space.
Be
See,
easy.
we'll be here on Sunday with the drink and draw.
Yeah.
So definitely we'll see you there, man.
I saw Dub already had his, but yeah,
mhm.
all-time favorite Ninja Turtle right there, Donatello, baby.
Definitely a Donatello fan.
I too am a Donnie fan.
All right, so what did you guys have on your honorable mentions list?
I'm gonna run through mine real quick because my honorable mentions list got longer as we sat here. I had Pokemon, the first movie, because that was the first movie that actually made me cry. Because as a kid, I saw Ash catch him from the stone. Like, he can't come back, Mom. He can't come back. He's gone. He's gone. So, and then I had Small Soldiers.
Hey,
So I had that, I had Marcher, leader of the Gorgonites. Space Jam, because Space Jam had me thinking I could hoop. Space Jam did. I see why folks will be hollering about that Michael LeBron GOAT conversation. Space Jam had me want to be like Mike. I can't even lie. Then I had Power Rangers. That boy Ivan Ooze was something serious. The next one I had was Sling Blade. Billy Bob Thornton really did something that moved me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet.
It was funny to me.
It was, but I keep thinking of Tropic Thunder.
And then I had Armageddon. That movie still makes me cry as a grown man.
I love Armageddon.
Be high.
And I didn't think about that until after I said my number one. I was like, that actually should have been my number one.
There you go.
Love Armageddon, man.
And then you guys may or may not know about this movie, but Guilty Pleasure, Ricky O. Anybody seen that?
It sounds familiar. I'm probably not seen it.
I'm gonna drop a link of like just the scenes from Ricky O. It's one of the movies you'd be like, who the fuck sat back and made this? And yeah, it's so bad that you just kind of like it. That's how I am. So bad, I just kind of like it.
Okay.
All right. Well, my backups were The Crow, Batman Forever, and Juice.
Oh man, I had Batman Forever too. Also. All right, so I had a list. I had Home Alone, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Jumanji, Men in Black, The Mask of Zorro,
Hey,
That was a good one.
Rush Hour, and Boondock Saints.
okay.
Damn. I didn't realize that was made in the 90s. Damn. Cause that was, yeah. I'm glad you put me on that. Actually, your brother put me on that movie.
Yeah, his violent ass.
Yeah. Where's my cat? I killed your cat, you druggy bitch. Yeah, that was, yeah.
All right. So some of my honorable mentions. Like I watched a lot of a lot of the sports movies. So it's gonna I had The Sandlot, Little Giants, Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, mostly for Darth Maul.
It's all right, man.
Jumanji,
No.
TMT2. What else? Another? It was I don't know if y'all remember this, man, but I love this movie. Me and my mom went to the movies to see it. The Sixth Man.
Yeah.
Dean Hardison. Yeah. Marlo. What else? What's I had on here? I think. I would say Little Giants. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's all. That's all I have right now written down. But yeah, there's a bunch
Angels
more.
in the Outfield. Or was that?
I like it. No, that was nice because they had Jordan Joseph Gordon-Levitt, but it was Angels in the Outfield was okay. I watched it. It wasn't like I said because I think I don't know if it came out after or before The Sandlot, but like it wasn't like high on the list for me. like my favorites. But I remember that. I remember like what was the one where dude broke his arm? Rookie of the Year. Rookie of the Year.
You pitch really fast.
Yes. The Three Ninjas, Surf Ninjas. We talked about them.
Oh, Surf Ninjas was Ethan's favorite. My little brother loved Surf Ninjas.
Varsity Blues. Love Varsity Blues. It remind me of Friday Night Lights. But another good low key football movie. Two of them. The Program. I don't know if you play football.
Is that one with Sinbad?
No, Unnecessary Roughness. That's the one with Sinbad. I love that one. That's a good one. But the Program with Omar Epps. It had Halle Berry in it. The chick that played Buffy the Vampire Slayer in the movie. I can't think of this guy's name, but he was a linebacker named Alvin Mack, and he was like super good on the field, but he was like super dumb. Like then they had this. Yeah. Another It Given Sunday. It came out in the 9th inning. Was it like? Let me check. I had to check on that one. But the Program came out in now we used to watch it just about for every game before my middle school football. We used to watch the Program just like before almost every game, bro.
All right. So my honorable mentions list: Mummy was on there.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park should have been on there. Completely just forgot about it, to be honest. Ninja Turtles 2. And also Batman, Mask of the Phantasm.
Ooh.
Hey.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We had a lot of good ones. And nobody had to go through all their strikes.
This time.
We're doing the TV shows Sunday?
We're doing the TV show, so we're doing the drink and draw. And while the other Jeremy draws the Sandman, we're going to talk about our favorite. Since that one's only an hour, well, we can get through. We're gonna have to hurry, but we're gonna get through either top 5 or top 10.
Okay.
And then we just hang out and do it that way. It'll be more fun because we have alcohol. I'm making an apple cider slush drink with tequila, I think.
I will be sipping on the Naruto Starbucks drink with no alcohol.
Ooh.
Hold on. They got what now? What is this?
One of my homeboys, he does
Send me the link to this so I can order this.
well, one of my homeboys, he does like a food channel. His name's T Mac Eats. I don't know if he's watching that, but and somebody like gave like the layout for like how it's done and whatnot. So, and I ain't gonna lie, I don't go to Starbucks, but that thing look nice now. That thing look nice. Let me see. I am going to. Okay, that's not it.
A lot of my favorite television shows in the 90s are definitely gonna be cartoons. I can already see it now.
Yeah,
I may have
a lot of my movie picks are. I was a Disney kid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like Disney's golden renaissance period. Yeah, a lot of those movies make my top. And to be honest, like even Pocahontas is a beautiful movie. Like knowing the real story is kind of what keeps it out of my favorites list because y'all sold us a really fancy lie.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, that was not good at all.
No.
Yeah. All right, so we got a little bit of time before we shut this down. Anybody got any things they want to bring to the BS table?
The fact that we didn't really fight about our picks, like I didn't expect that. I thought there would at least be one that we were gonna.
I mean, you did say Super Mario, so I mean,
I said what I said. I'm not taking it back. That movie is fantastic, and 2 of the commenters agreed with me.
No, it is not. What you are not going to do.
It is fantastic. Because it is.
No, it's not.
It is.
No,
Yes.
it is not.
Sir, are you holding on to a sword right now?
I am.
I just wanted to know. It isn't. It isn't. Like you may have
we're
nostalgia
gonna hang
for
out,
it.
we're gonna buy a bottle, we're gonna hang out, and we're gonna watch this movie, and you will see it through my eyes, and you'll love it.
You know what? The day that happens, the day we do that, we will hit record and see what happens.
Bet.
So it's cemented in time.
Bet.
We're gonna live stream that shit. Be like, oh, this is
I'm gonna have
crazy.
so much shit to say.
That's fine. You can say whatever you want, but I bet you have a great time.
You right.
Well, we're drinking, so we're all gonna have a great time.
Right.
I'm just saying. It's a fantastic movie.
Man.
Hey, so how do you guys feel about Ezra Miller's apology?
Fuck him.
Thing. As a mental health advocate, I hate when people use mental health to excuse their bullshit.
Fact.
I that's like a pet peeve of mine. Oh, you knew what you were doing when you do it. Like my theory is, and I could be wrong, everybody has their own opinion. If you can sit here and tell me you have anxiety, depression, mommy issues, daddy issues, then you knew good and hell what you were doing. My opinion.
Mental health explains depending on what you're doing, but it does not excuse. And that's my biggest thing with all of this. I'm not gonna sit here and say that you don't have, clearly they got issues, but that does not excuse the things that you have done. It does not give a band-aid. It is not a fix-all. Get help, seek help, do what you're gonna do with it, but understand that you still need consequences for your actions.
Agreed. See, that's why I appreciate having the circle that I do, because if I start wilding out in a little bit, you know what I mean, the first time, then we're gonna be like, hey, we need to leave Hawaii right now. We need to go ahead and have a timeout. We're gonna go put ourselves in timeout. It's not gonna be that part, you know what I mean? So that's why I think it's crazy, and that's why I appreciate y'all too, because y'all gonna be like, we're gonna have a group, a powwow here, and we're gonna make sure that everybody sits down and does something more productive, especially if if you're making the money out the group.
And that's the thing, like, I feel like some of these folks don't have the right people in their corner.
I mean, that's apparent. I mean,
and
like,
but not only that, again, there's that whole accountability piece.
Yeah, you got yes men. I mean,
right.
Exactly. You have a lot of people that enable people. Like if I saw Marcus doing something crazy, I'm like, hey bro, like you need to chill on that, or Brittany wouldn't like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like
this coming from our biggest enabler.
Oh, when it comes to something about
I know. I'm just messing with you. I already. I
love
my cousin, but he was like, "Do it
now.
You deserve it, King."
Yeah, that's my favorite. You deserve it, King.
I'm just saying, like, I'm bipolar, and with that comes like a whole host of responsibilities, especially if I'm gonna go out and about with folks. So I also understand, these are the things that trigger me. If I see them, I leave. Why? Because whatever happens next, it's still my consequence and responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why
I keep my angry ass in the house.
It's the safest place for you.
It is. It's the safest place for me. It's the safest place for everyone who interacts with me.
Mm-hmm. So, well, I mean, if that's all that we got today, like, I think we did a really good job. I was surprised at some of your choices, but not bad surprise. It was good surprises. So, yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna be like, first of all, I want you guys to be like the Hulk or She-Hulk in this situation, because she's coming out actually tomorrow on Disney Plus. So we can be able to talk about that. So I want you to be like She-Hulk, and I want you to smash that follow button, and then we're going to be like Morgan Stark, and we're going to love you 3000. But until then, I want you to be like, not like Hulk Hogan, Hulk Hogan, but be like Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, and I want you to be just too sweet.